Look, first I'm going to record this. Recording, awesome. I'm going to share my quick story so I'm not a complete stranger to you, and then we'll hop into the info. Like I said, my name is Freddie Smith, calling in from Los Angeles, California. I grew up in Ohio, 18 years old, chose not to go to school, drove out to Los Angeles, California to pursue my dream as an actor. Super crazy idea, but I did it. And first 4 years, typical serving job, host job, folding clothes, all these different survival jobs. But in 2009, 2010 is when I started actually booking work. And the past 7.5 years, I've been a full-time actor. That's been my career. That's what I do currently now. Done a bunch of stuff, but I guess my claim to fame, if I had to say one thing, maybe one person would know me from, would be the soap opera Days of Our Lives. Been on that show since early 2011, just signed my 7th year of my contract in April. So that's my 9 to 5 or my 7 to 3. And I found entrepreneurship 3.5 years ago, fell in love with it. And I just love the ability to help people and to be able to have a residual income. So I get paid well at my job, but my residual income is not that fancy. And I wanted to, especially nowadays with social media, with online businesses, you don't have to take that much time and that much capital to build multiple streams of income. So what we're doing here, what we're going to talk about today, is a vehicle that we are using to be able to create a residual income. But more importantly, we're looking for like-minded people because, yet again, we have the internet and we're not just confined to a 3-mile radius of who we know, like when we all grew up. We can literally access people around the entire world and find people who literally feel the same that we do, want the same things, want to make a difference in the world. And we're using this platform as a vehicle to generate that income, but to meet entrepreneurs so that we can even move on 3 years from now, 5 years from now, let this build residually and be able to go on to new projects, whether it's real estate or opening a restaurant, or we have people calling in from Canada, Australia, all over the place. So we're just, it's like a mastermind of all the great minds in the world. And this is what we do. We hang out, and I'm going to share some info and show you what we are bringing to market, because it's really going to help change people's lives. It's a great product and it's in technology. So I'm going to share my screen so you don't have to stare at my mug for 30 minutes as I talk. I'm going to show you some pictures because visuals are the best. So let me share my screen. Share. All right, so here we go. So the company that we all work for is called World Global Network. World Global Network, and it is in the wearable technology space. I have one right here on my wrist. It's gorgeous. It's awesome. I think all of you can agree that everyone you know in the past 18 months has purchased a Fitbit, Garmin, or an Apple Watch. And every single person we know is going to buy a piece of wearable technology in the next 3 years. Forbes is predicting that it's going to be a $34 billion industry. It's only $2 billion right now. So $32 billion is going to be spent on wearable tech in the next 3 years. The next 3. It's not 10 or 15, in the next 3. So we're definitely in a really good space, but we also have the best product. And that's what's really important. So what I saw when I saw this industry is I truly believe how we went from only business people and rich people had smartphones or even cell phones back in the day to now, 10, 20 years later, rich, poor, in between, no matter what, you have a $900 cell phone within arm's reach everywhere. That is what's going to happen with wearable tech in the next 3 years. So if we can get even a tiny percentage of that, that can be extremely lucrative for us. So I'm going to show you what makes our product different and what makes our product awesome. Here is our Helo. It's called a Helo, the Health and Lifestyle Oracle. It's really cool. You can get interchangeable colored bands. I got on my blue one right now. It just so happens to match my outfit. I didn't try that today. But you can interchange the bands, which is really cool. But check out what our product does. All from your wrist and from the app on your phone, you can monitor your blood pressure, your heart rate, your EKG, sleep quality, breath rate, your emotions. I bet you mine's excited right now. It'll let you know if you're low or excited. Fatigue, it'll let you know if you're tired, your energy level, and of course, your steps, your calories, and distance walked. But here are two main features. Two main features we have is the monitoring of your loved ones and the SOS feature. So I'm going to share that in a second. But here's what's to come in the fourth quarter. They're projected this to be the fourth quarter. We're very excited. They're going to have an app that does blood sugar levels. So a blood glucose monitoring system, the first of its kind that's going to be non-invasive. It's patent pending at the moment, which is awesome for us. Blood alcohol levels, that's going to be huge. I was hanging out with a few business partners and really good friends of mine 2 nights ago. We had 2 drinks and it was about 2 hours. I wanted one more, but I wasn't sure if I could drive home safely, so I didn't. Would have been awesome if this was already out, that we could have just checked our blood alcohol level. And it's also going to do repelling mosquitoes with firmware inside the device that's going to emit a frequency to keep disease-carrying mosquitoes away. In LA, we don't really have a mosquito problem, but I do know other parts of the world. We were just in Thailand recently, and I came home with like 14, 15 different bites. It's definitely a real thing. Florida, a lot of places here as well. Here's what the blood sugar app's going to look like on your cell phone. So you can look at it. And by the way, it Bluetooths the information, collects it on the device, Bluetooths it to the app. So you can actually look at it on the big screen rather than this little tiny screen. So it Bluetooths it to your phone. The blood alcohol is going to tell you what your BAC is. It's going to let you know how long until you become sober. So that'll be neat. But here's what we have now, right? So the blood pressure, the EKG, all of these amazing things, the breath rate, the heart rate. But you can monitor your family. So it's cool that I know my blood pressure. It's really cool that I can give one to grandma and I can monitor her blood pressure at any given time. So if you have a significant other who travels a lot, or you have your kids or grandma or whoever, anywhere in the world, if they're wearing a helo and they allow you to follow them, you can literally look at any given moment what their blood pressure is. And you can even set parameters so you're not a stalker of grandma, and you can set your phone to go, you know, if grandma's blood pressure goes over 150, I want a text message. So this way you'll get a literal push notification from the app and it'll say grandma's blood pressure is abnormally high and you can call grandma. So it really allows people to feel safe and good. We also have a panic button. I don't know if you can see it on the camera, but it's 2 little buttons, or 1 button, but you press it twice and it'll send the GPS location to whoever you deem your guardian. So you can pick your significant other or whoever. I have my girlfriend Alyssa as my guardian. I would have my mom, but she lives in Ohio and she'd panic if I hit the panic button because she wouldn't be able to help me that far away. But Alyssa, I have her as my guardian. And we even tried it again last night. So I was like, I haven't pressed this in a while. And we pressed it twice and it texted her, Freddie needs help. And it gave our actual address. So the GPS is like dead on, and it's really nice because if grandma falls in church or the grocery store or in her bathroom and she hits it, you'll know exactly where she needs help. Real estate agents really love this because they show homes with strangers, and this is for kids playing outside, people jogging late at night. Really, really cool stuff. Here's how it compares to the other things on the market and what's to come. So we're obviously kicking butt. But this slide is just kind of cute, as I like to say. This is only scratching the surface of where we're going, and I'm going to show you where. They are unlocking an app store just for the helo. So just like we all buy smartphones, we can customize our smartphone. We can buy Candy Crush. We can buy our Chase Bank or whatever bank you have. There's 2 million apps that we can add to our phone. That's what we're going to do with our helo. So engineers around the world are already working on apps with our technology, and we're going to have an app store. So you as the consumer, or someone, if you're going to do the business and have consumers, they're going to be able to purchase this bracelet at a reasonable, fair price, and they're going to be able to pick the apps that they find necessary. So in the future, very soon, there's going to be an ovulation app, which will let a woman know when they're ovulating. That's pretty cool. I personally won't spend money on that one, but it's available. The blood alcohol, there's going to be a flu detection, and you can even have a life log that will record your vitals, and you can just print it out and show your doctor or email your doctor. So instead of going for your yearly checkup and getting that 1 blood pressure measurement, and that's what they dictate whether you're healthy or not, that 1 measurement, this device gives you ambulatory readings and stores it in a thing called LifeLog. So you can literally print it out and show your doctor, be like, here's been my average blood pressure over the past 90 days, just living my normal life. So pretty cool stuff. So here's why this is important. When the iPhone came out, I was a BlackBerry user. A lot of people had Nokia, and people laughed at the iPhone, including myself. I didn't laugh at it. I just didn't understand like a touch screen. I thought that was silly. Had my BlackBerry for 3 years, but the difference is that the iPhone had an app store attached. Nokia and BlackBerry did not. So what happened to them? Smartphones have kicked butt over the past 10 years because of the 2 million downloadable apps that the Nokia phone and the BlackBerry could not do. Is BlackBerry out of business? I don't know, are Blackberries around? I'm not even sure. I don't think so. I definitely don't see them, right? And that's what they're predicting for us, or it's what's going to happen. It's not even a prediction. That like Fitbit doesn't have an app store. So the Fitbit just does 5 things. They might come out with a new one that does 7, while we're going to have this bracelet that continues to have thousands and thousands and thousands of upgrades that the consumer can do. So they're comparing this to when the touchscreen cell phones came out in 2007 with Apple is exactly what Hilo's doing in 2017 to the wearable technology market. It wouldn't surprise me if Fitbit goes out of business in 3 years. So we're in a really, really good space. So let's talk business. That's the product. There's nothing else to it, right? It's a cool product. This is what it does. It's super accurate, super classy. It's awesome. I've been a consumer of it for 5 months, works like a charm. And here's how you make money. So how you get started in the business is really cool. You just buy the product. So there's 3 packs. There's the single Hilo for $319, where you get 1 Hilo. There's the family pack, which is extremely popular. Why? Because you want to monitor your friends and family. And you get 5 Hilos and a box of colored bands. So this way you can interchange the colors out like we were talking about. So if you subtract the cost of the bands, it brings the Hilo to $249 a pop. So when you're buying 5, you're not spending $319 a thing. You're saving money by doing the $13.49 bundle. Then, of course, our also very popular pack, the $19.99 pack. You get 6 Hilos and 6 boxes of colored bands. So that's really neat. So when you give one to grandma, you give one to your kids, they can also interchange the bands as well and have different colored bands. So obviously the more you buy, the more you save. I'm going to come back to this slide in a little bit to share with you the benefit when it comes to the business. If you're going to buy this as a consumer, you can pick whatever pack you want, whatever you find you would need. If you're going to do the business, there are so many benefits with going with the highest pack you can possibly comfortably invest with. Because if you do, say for instance, the $2,000 pack, you're going to be able to give out these Hilos, and you're going to have walking billboards of people who are promoting your business, and it's all free. It's cool gifts to give out, but also your business is going to duplicate what you do. I'm a stranger to most of the guests on this Zoom. So they might say, well, cool, Freddie was like, you should go with the biggest pack, but when we get off this and someone's interested, they're going to ask you who invited them on, well, what pack did you go with? And they will most likely do the pack that the person they know went with. So you don't want to duplicate a business, and I'll show you why in a minute, of just all singles. It's going to take you a lifetime. If it's the middle pack or big pack, you're going to move quickly and actually make some substantial money faster. Same amount of work, it's just more money. It's 10 times faster, and I'll show you why. But by investing in one of these packs, it's a one-time investment with inventory. So you get your product sent to you, and they also give you a fully functioning, gorgeous website that you run your entire business from. So here's mine with my girlfriend, Alyssa. It shows you your rank. We're diamond. There's our username, Freddie Smith. And this is what we send to our people. Someone goes, I want this. I go, great, here's my website. And then they just go and order it online. The company does all of the shipping for you. We don't do any shipping. We accept no payments. We write no receipts, no customer service, no manufacturing or distributions. The company does all of that. We get to do the fun part, which is market. So what's our job? Word of mouth. Let's get this thing out here. But there is a structure to it. You're building 2 organizations. So I like to call it franchising, right? Imagine if Starbucks just had one Starbucks. They would have been a maybe $1 million company instead of a multi-billion-dollar brand, because they put up Starbucks in 10,000 different locations. That's what we're able to do here. But it all starts with 2. So let's just say Bill and Mary. I like to give these little circles names so that we can keep track of what's happening here. So Bill and Mary get started. That's your first goal, is who do you know that would love these, and they get started. So Bill and Mary goes, cool, I saw the video, I was on the Zoom, I want some. Great. They sign up on your website and you get your first promotion. Bill and Mary get started, you got your first promotion. The second and last step of structure is you want to help Bill and Mary sign up their first 2 customers. Once you help Bill and Mary sign up their first 2 customers, you are done with the structure for life. This opens up the rest of the compensation plan. There's tons of bonuses. I'm not going to go through all of that because I want to make this quick, but that's what opens up more of the compensation plan for you. So let's put this in a visual for you. And I decided to use the United States just because doing it around the world would be crazy on this example, even though we are open in 195 countries. So here's the United States, here's you. Let's divide the United States hypothetically into Organization A and Organization B, okay? Well, what was your first goal? Bill and Mary. You wanted to find 2 people who wanted to either do the business with you and promote this, or just become customers, all the same thing. let's say Bill's in California, Mary's in Ohio. Cool. There you go. You have a California franchisee and now an Ohio franchisee. Good for you. What's the next step? You want to help Bill and Mary find 2 customers. Well, let's say Bill has his buddy Josh in San Diego who gets started and his cousin Sarah in Washington. Awesome. Mary's got Holly, her aunt in New York, and her cousin Jim in Florida. Here you are. You have 2 franchisees in California now, a Washington, an Ohio, a New York, and a Florida. Now you're building nationally. Really cool. Here's how you get paid on everything. You have a 10% fast start bonus, 20% sales volume points, and a lot of other things. But for the sake of the length of this video, I'm going to just share with you the first 2. The 10% and the 20%, I'm going to show you how that works. The rest is bonus. And if you are a numbers person and you want to see it in detail, there's a video that the person who invited you can send, and it'll break down way more of the ways we're paid. But this will give you an idea of what you're going to do. And to be honest with you, the 20% is what's the most lucrative here. The car bonus, the Fidelity box can be, the Millionaire Pull Checker. These are all very lucrative, but these are the 2 easiest to understand within a 5-minute window. So let's go back to the pack. So you already got started. You picked your pack. You're in. You have your website. You're open for business. You're ready to go. Well, now when Bill and Mary are looking at what pack to go with, let's just say they go with the family pack. They go the middle pack because you did. And I want to show you how you make that 10% referral. So as you can see, if someone purchases the $13.49 from your website, you make a 10% fast start bonus just like that. So $135. If someone buys the $319, it's $32. Someone buys the $2,000, it's $200. Easy peasy, right? So if you sign up 100 customers in the next year, 10% on every single one, fast cash right in your pocket. Awesome. So here's the visual of it. Bill and Mary get started down here at the bottom. You're in 10% of the $13.49, which is $135. But here's where the sales volume points come in, and this is where the leverage and the residual and the big money comes from. Do you see above the 135 where it says 500 sales volume points? In addition to earning $135 in commission, 500 sales volume points goes in to the compensation plan. So let me show you. So Bill gets started, you got paid, but Bill also comes in with that 500 sales volume points comes in with him. Same thing with Mary. You are also paid 10% on the sales volume points per organization. So at the end of the week, organization A has 500, organization B has 500. You're paid 10% on the 500, 10% on the 500 for an additional 50-50. So in total, if Bill gets started and Mary gets started in 1 week for the family pack, you've made $370 just like that. But remember, we talked about Josh and Sarah getting started and Holly and Jim. Everyone's going to refer this. You also get to count those sales volume points for you as well because you're the one that started the organization. So Sarah comes in for the family pack, that 500 comes in, Josh the 500, Holly the 500, and Jim the 500. So when you add up all 3 of those, that's 1,500 sales volume points in your organization A, 1,500 sales volume points in your organization B. 10% of that is what? 150, 150. So if this all happened in a week's time, 570. But here's when it gets exciting. This is what leverage is all about. Josh refers someone, Sarah refers someone, Bill refers some more people, Mary refers some more people, you refer some more people, refer. Now this is just showing this blowing up in the United States. This is around the globe. You might know someone who knows someone in Japan or Korea or Australia or Puerto Rico, Europe. And all of these people come in, say they came in with the family pack, 500, 500, 500, 500, 500, 500, 500, 500. And say it adds up for the week, 10,000 sales volume points on your left, 10,000 sales volume points on your right, you earn 10% of that. 1,000 each. So that's $2,200 that you would bring in for the week if your organization, between you and your organization, brought in 10,000 sales volume points. Pretty cool stuff. So here's how it breaks down. Disclaimer. I always say this. This is the average income, not guaranteed, average. Everything on here is based upon, just like anything else in life, the work that you put in. But these are the averages of what these ranks are. I'm showing you what a diamond does. If a diamond is consistent week to week, which I just showed you here, you're going to average close to $10,000 a month if you consistently were a diamond. Now, if you look up a couple, look at gold. 2,000 in each is really only 4 family packs in organization A and 4 family packs in organization B for the week. And that's if you maintain that, it's close to 2,000 a month. And if you're really looking at this for like life-changing money, this goes all the way down to Grand President Millionaire, where you're doing 1 million points in each organization, and you can pull over 7 figures a month. This not only, but this says 800 some thousand. There is a way to make a couple $1 million a month with this company. So there are some people already clearing 7 figures a month with this company. So it just depends on what you're looking to do. If you want to make 500 a month, we can help you. If you want to make 6 figures, we can help you. So what's this? So what's next? How? So how do I do this, Freddie? I get it. The product's cool. I understand that I refer, but like how? Like, I don't get it. How do I do this? The first thing everyone thinks about in 2017 is post on my Facebook. I just joined have you seen these before? I just joined the best company in the world. It's called World Global Network. The products are amazing. Join me in this business opportunity. We can get wealthy. You can join. You can join. If you have a heartbeat, you're in. Don't do that. Please. Please don't do that. Don't spam your friends. That's not how you do it. That's not cool. And you're just selling stuff. People are going to buy why you're doing something, not what you're doing. Okay? So I hope that makes sense. So what do? You pick a pack, you send someone a 2-minute video, and then you have them hop on a live Zoom call like this. So for you guests who are on, I always share it with people, this is the business. So whoever invited you on, that's what you would do. So the person who invited you picked the pack, probably sent you a 2-minute video. You go, this is cool. And they're like, well, hop on this Zoom to learn more. It's all they do. You are the connector and getting them on something like this, where there's a presentation, and for 25 minutes, people can educate themselves properly to then see if it's a good fit. You don't want to go grab coffee with your friend for an hour and a half. I'm going to get into that, but it's 2017. You want to build virtually. Like, I don't want to go to someone's house. I don't want to go anywhere, to be honest with you. I've sat here for 5 months, built an organization of almost 500 people, and I've went to 3 coffee sit-downs my entire career in the past 5 months here. 3. Everything else has been through Zoom, through FaceTime, and through like text message and phone call. So there is no in-home parties. There's no inventory for you to carry, and there's nothing to sample. I never recommend group messaging. It's you have to have that personal touch. Make sure you message everyone directly that you want to work with. We get to choose who we work with here. We don't get to choose at our jobs who we work with, right? Don't do social media spamming. We'll teach you exactly how to use your Facebook and Instagram properly. No hotel meetings, and I don't recommend coffee sit-downs. And don't reinvent the wheel, okay? So please be coachable. I've been doing this for 3.5 years in the industry. I was marketing beauty products before, left a huge income and an organization to come here because I knew the upside was going to be way better in wearable tech. And we've done it twice. We have become successful twice, and it's because we don't reinvent the wheel. I have people all the time have all these new ideas of the week. They never work. All you do is you pick a pack. The company gives you the website. You send out a 2-minute teaser video. If someone thinks it's interesting, which most will, you can't dislike the helo. It's cool. Then you send them a recorded Zoom or have them hop on a live Zoom. So if someone couldn't make it on the Zoom today because whatever, they're barbecuing, then just send them this recording. Text me and go, hey, I had 2 friends who couldn't hop on. Then just send them the recording. It's going to be the same thing. It's cool to be live, but they're getting the same info. And then what happens after the Zoom? If you have questions, do a 3-way call. Someone like myself or someone with the knowledge. Because if someone's brand new who started, they don't know everything yet, and they shouldn't have to. That's why you have people like myself or a lot of the other leaders who can answer your individual questions. If you want to know, like, I own a gym, or I do this, or I have this, like, what's your thing? Like, we'll help you. So we can answer your questions one-on-one, but I feel after this Zoom, you're going to have at least a better understanding of what we do here. And then we can get on the phone, get your questions answered. If it's a good fit, we'll help you. And within 24 to 48 hours, we'll do an actual game plan with you. We'll do 15, 20 minutes. We'll share with you what to do, how to do it, and set up goals so that you can actually win. The investment. Again, it's a one-time investment on inventory. That's all there is to it. So if you're comfortable, go with the biggest pack. Here, I'm actually glad that this slide's here again. So remember when I was telling you 500, 500, if someone comes in for the middle pack and you're on your run to 10,000, say, for instance, on each organization, by people duplicating the family pack, you're getting 500 points. If someone does the single, you're only getting 100 points. And if someone does the 2,000, it's 750 points. So if you're trying to get to 10,000 as quickly as possible for that 6-figure income, what's going to be quicker? 100, 100, 100, 100, 100, or 750, 750, 750, 750. So the only difference is the pace. So if you can comfortably afford investing with $2,000, do the $2,000. If you can't feed your children because of it, then don't do that. But if you can afford the 2,000, go all in, get the 2,000 pack, call it a day. You'll never have to buy inventory again. This isn't a consumable product. You put it on your arm and it's yours. Okay? And then here's the best part. The monthly overhead is only $59. $59 to run your global business. And it's a service, so there's no shipping. It's just $59. And you can run this entire thing. The website's all included, everything. And here's a few benefits for being a loyal member on top of all of that. The $59, I have this highlighted. When you spend $59 a month, the company gives you back $75 in store credit that accumulates. So at the end of 12 months, you'll have $900 of store credit. So on top of paying $59, they're actually, you can, in a weird way, make money. So you can use that to buy a new Hilo, because every year they're going to come out with, just like the iPhone, they're going to come out with a new version, but you'll have your points. So you don't have to pay for it every year. It'll just be free. And then you also, after 4 months of being a loyal member, you'll get a protection plan. So if the dog eats it, you can send back the pieces, and they will send you up to 2 new ones a year on the protection plan. And also, the company gives you a 1-year manufacturer warranty. So if it's their fault, there's a year if there's a defect. If it's your fault, they'll give you up to 2 if you're on the protection plan. And then number 2, this is kind of neat. It's actually really cool, actually, not even kind of neat, is your $159 loyal membership covers up to 5 Hilos. So if you buy the family pack and give one to grandma, Billy, your significant other, and your cat, they don't have to pay anything monthly. And don't give this to your cat. They don't have to pay anything monthly. So the $59 covers all 5 devices for its full capacity. So you can truly give these to grandma and your kids and your significant other or a friend, and it doesn't cost them anything. Your $59 runs everything. And the number one thing is it allows you to open up more of the compensation plan. So that's all there is to it. Is there another slide here? Yes, right here. Oh, the best slide ever. So the reason we always do these privately, I did put it on social media today. Last minute, just because I know there's people who are wondering what I was doing. But we usually do these privately because we want to not screen or interview, that's not the right words, but we want to protect our culture here. Every single person that we work with, and when you see our Facebook group and just like our Zoom meetings when everyone gets together, we have created a culture of the coolest, most positive people in the world. And we want to protect this culture. But when you have a great culture of entrepreneurs and doctors and athletes and just good-hearted people doing this kind of business, it grows fast. And there is no holding spots. It's first come, first serve. So remember that when I was sharing with you the race of 10,000, how you can leverage people. So if you see this now and get started, I don't know how many people are on this. I don't even know right now. But there's going to be more people that get started. So if you get started now first, and then 2 people come in tonight at the family pack, that 1,000 will be in your organization. If you wait till tomorrow and those 2 people still come in, then that 1,000 isn't going to count for you. You'll be in their organization. They won't be in yours. So I always tell people there's no difference between the business or being a customer. So I would just recommend, if you like it, do it. Just buy a pack. Because if you choose that you want to do the business, we'll help you do that. But if at least you'll get your spot. Because I have people who hit me up, like this one guy hit me up. I showed him like maybe 3 days in, and he could have had spot like 4, and he waited, and life or whatever it was, came back to me a few weeks ago and got started. But instead of having spot 4, he got spot like 415. He could have had 400 people in his organization. And if any of them were to have signed up a customer, those points count for him. So all of you right now, we're in an organization that's growing so fast. We only have around 500, which is still massive. But we're going to have tens of thousands in the next 18 to 24 months. So to be part of the first 1,000 is a real thing. Because what's the most important thing that people think about business? Product? It's not. Product's the third. What's the number one thing that's important when joining a business or starting a business? Who you're partnered with. Who you're partnered with is number 1. Number 2 is the timing. And number 3 is the product. Good thing for us, we have all three. The partnership, not just me. I've learned from the best. I've been doing this for 3.5 years in this industry. I've learned from the best. Millionaires in this industry who are literally making 6 figures a month are teaching us what we're doing, and that's how we're moving quickly. So we're partnered with the best people. The timing of it, the Helo's only been around since July. It's not even a year old. So no one knows about this. Everyone wants to get started in, like, if only we would have known about Uber. How many people tell me that? If I would have invested in Uber, yeah, no kidding. All of us would have. So there is something about timing, because in Uber, you can invest in Uber now, you'll still make money, but what are you making? Compared to if you were the first 10 to do it, or the 1,000, whatever it is in Uber. So we all get the timing. But the other thing about the timing is the product. People are about to go spend $32 billion on wearable technology. So if you want to start this in 2020, you've missed the boat. Start now and build this thing. So we just have all of it's lined up. That's why I left. I left 3 years of blood, sweat, and tears because it was anti-aging. Anti-aging is not new. It's not hip. It was really good, but this is an actual trend. Like it's got urgency. Like everyone's going to buy one, right? So that's my recommendation. If you like the product and whatever questions you have, I'd open this up to a Q&A, but I've made that mistake. It gets really crazy. So I'd rather just leave you with this, give you, this, let it process. And then the person who invited you is probably going to text you or you text them, and just let them know where you are. If you have questions, I'm around. Let's do a 3-way. Let's do a 3-way call. I'll answer your questions, whatever you have. So text the person, let them know where you are, and let's get you started. We're going to have a lot of fun, and we're going to make some money, and we're going to keep expanding our culture, and it's going to be amazing. So I thank you for your time on this Sunday, and I hope you have a great rest of your night. Take care, everyone.